In this video we're going to talk about why sugar is not as addictive as cocaine.
Sorry about that, just had to go clean my teeth after taking a big spoonful of Tate & Lyle sugar out of the container.
Dream.
But I'm all ready to go now. We're going to talk about sugar and how it's been blown out of proportion. This whole sort of sugar makes you fat, it's the devil, it's evil, it's going to kill you. And even some media companies comparing it to it being as addictive as a Class A drug, cocaine, which I think is just absolutely ridiculous.
Stealing sugar on the street.
No one sits there, you know, snorting sugar off the table or eating it out of the container like I was doing. So Joe's just going to go through why it's not an addiction, it's more sort of to do with habits and routines, and just like as humans we actually enjoy sugar.
Yeah, so I think it's basic form. People have to remember that sugar, like at its basic foundational core, is still a carbohydrate. So any sort of carbohydrate you eat, whether it's sort of white rice down to sort of a donut, will end up as sugar at some point or another in the bloodstream. So that's first thing first. So when these people say, oh, I'm cutting out sugar, I'm going no sugar, zero sugar, whatever for a month, you're only ever going to do that if you do zero carbohydrates, so you go on some stupid ketogenic diet, and nobody ever does that. So that's the first thing to consider as well. The other thing to consider is it the substance, sugar, that's addictive, or is it the behaviour of eating foods that you really like and enjoy that's sort of addictive? So for example, it's probably not the substance sugar that's addictive, like Simon said, comparing it to sort of cocaine is just ridiculous. That's a substance abuse. To compare sugar as a substance abuse is just downright, are we allowed to swear in this video? It's just downright fucking stupid, basically. So what I would say is it's not the substance you're addicted to, it's the behaviour and the habit. So say for example, you get up in the morning, you go downstairs, you make a cup of tea, you put 2 tablespoons of sugar in it, and you have like a chocolate croissant, which is a dream, and you do that every morning. That's your habit. Now you're addicted to that habit, and like we've mentioned many times before, habits are extremely strong. So you want to sort of change the habit a bit. So if you're having a cup of tea, don't have any sort of sugar in it. Another habit is people when they're at work, they go, say they're commuting, they go to the coffee shop, they get like a large latte and again a croissant. That's sugar, yes, but it's the habit that you formed and you're addicted to. The best thing you can do is starting to reform sort of your habits with these foods that you love and eat. So not eating them all of the time. That's the best thing you can do. So sort of modify your habits with these foods. Try and be more mindful of what you're eating and what sort of times of day you're eating it. So for example, if you're sitting on your desk and you're eating Mars bars and stuff like that, maybe take some fruit instead of the Mars bar. So again, changing your habits up slightly, I would recommend.
Yeah, and also it's like, don't cut something else out if you enjoy it, because then you're not going to enjoy that diet and you're not going to stick to it for the long term. That's why we don't like cutting out food groups. Now if we say like, right, no sugar, 2 weeks down the line you're going to be craving that, and then you're probably going to binge on it, and then it'll be a big vicious circle. So just, if you are someone that does consume a lot of sugar, just be mindful of it, like Joe said. Make some smart decisions, maybe sub stuff in, so instead of having 2 sugars in your tea, just have 1. That's going to add up over the course of the week, and instead of getting a croissant for breakfast, swap it for, I don't know, an apple and a protein shake if you're on the go and haven't got much time. So yeah, sugar's not addictive, it's not evil, we can eat it in moderation. Obviously, we're not going to be, if we're going to be drinking like fizzy drinks left, right and centre and, you know, cookies and all that sort of stuff, that's not good. But don't worry about eating a little bit of sugar here and there.
Cool, hope that helps guys. Speak to you soon.